everybody, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. I have a homeschooling video for you guys today. I do these videos every summer of what we're going to be using for the girls for their school for next year. So even though the previous school year ended not very long ago, it's summertime. I'm working on curriculum, making choices, and I wanted to share it with you guys like I always do. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys what we're going to be doing with our soon-to-be fourth grader for the 2019-2020, which is crazy sounding school year. So if you want to see our picks for fourth grade for homeschool, then stay tuned. I have laid out everything that my 9-year-old is going to be doing for fourth grade this coming school year, and it's really fun to see everything put together. It makes the homeschool / teacher mom and me really happy. A lot of this stuff is carryover from last year, and then some other things are new. So I'm going to be sharing with you everything that she's doing. The only thing that's not here that we're going to be doing besides any like certain unit studies we may add in here and there throughout the year is her typing curriculum. We are going to be starting a little bit of typing for fourth grade, and we're going to be using typing.com. It's a free website, and I've heard really good things about it, so we're going to be using that. But other than that, everything else is here. So starting over here on this side, we are continuing on with the BJU Homeschool Bob Jones Science Curriculum, Science 4. We started this towards the end of third grade. So we only got through the first 2 chapters of this so far, since we did start it really late in the third grade school year. So I'm not really worried about it. We kind of take it just one lesson at a time. We don't do any specific number of lessons each week. It just really all depends on how long each lesson takes. This is her student book, which I really like. One of the reasons why I chose the Bob Jones Science Curriculum is because I feel like it's not an overwhelming amount of reading. She reads really well, but I wanted to keep it, you know, hitting the high points, the main points of science, especially at this level, to keep it more manageable for her, something that she's more likely to retain, and things that are more interesting. And Bob Jones definitely seemed like it was more leaning that way than some of the other science curriculum I looked at. So I was really happy with this choice, and so far we're loving it. So this is her her book. And then she also has her student workbook, which just has all of her worksheets in it. There's also a test booklet that we have, and there is a disc that comes with the teacher's manual that has extra printouts and things you're going to need. So I really, really love the Bob Jones curriculum. We've used it for a while for English. I love it, and I feel the same way about the science. Something I knew I wanted to add when we started the Bob Jones Science was a lab kit. This actually came from Home Science Tools. They have lab kits to go with, I think, pretty much every single science curriculum that they sell. So the science curriculum came from Home Science Tools, and the lab kit is specifically designed to go with Bob Jones Science 4. And everything pretty much that you're going to need to do any of the experiments in the book come in this lab kit. So I don't have to go to the store and get, you know, a little bit of sand or any type of seeds or batteries or cups or string. There's a scale in there, even these cardboard tubes. There are gloves in there. There's a bag of dirt. Pretty much anything that we're going to need, except for some, you know, just a couple household things. There's even iodine solution, like all of this stuff. A graduated cylinder, I mean everything, a ruler. This makes my life so much easier as a homeschool mom because I don't have to go out and get this stuff. So it saves me time, it saves me money in the long run, I feel like. And it was really convenient to get that when they know everything you're going to need to go along with this curriculum or whatever curriculum you choose. There's a corresponding lab kit. So I highly recommend Home Science Tools for things like this. And then just in general, they have so many fun hands-on activities. They have microscopes, they have sun print paper. They even have some really neat like educational gift ideas. So highly, highly recommend them. I will have a link for their website in the description box so that you can check out all the different science curriculum they offer and then the lab kits that go along with it. I think it'll save you a lot of time and headache and stress as a homeschool mom to get something like this from Home Science Tools. Moving on to math, you guys know and probably are sick of me saying that we use and love teaching textbooks. We've used it for years. My oldest daughter has used it since I think Math 4. Now she's in Algebra 1. My youngest daughter did Math 3. She's almost done with Math 4. And then she'll be starting Math 5 next year when she finishes this. There's a couple more lessons to do in Math 4. And then we'll be moving right along to Math 5. I love it because it teaches the lesson for me, it grades it for me, it lets me know if they miss anything, how many attempts they took to get the right answer, if they got the right answer. Like, I just love it. And being somebody who's not good at math, It's just so much of a help to me because I know they're getting a good math education. I'm not having to do it. It's saving me time and headaches. So highly, highly recommend Teaching Textbooks. If you have not tried it before, they have a 15 lesson free trial. Not 15 days, it's 15 lessons. So whether that takes you a week or 4 months to work your way through it, you can work through each and any of their levels at 15 lessons for free to see if you like it, if your child likes it, which level they need. So I'll have a link in the description box for their free trial in case you're interested, because I love Teaching Textbooks and I cannot sing their praises enough. And then we just have a couple supplementary things if she needs some extra practice. This I found at Dollar Tree just to kind of reinforce some geometry that she's learning in her teaching textbooks. Also some extra practice with multiplication and division and telling time. And then times tails, I've talked about this before. This is really how she learned most of her multiplication table. And then also they do have a division section, which we're doing division now. She's got it pretty well down pat, but I just wanted to hang on to this for a little while longer just to make sure that we don't need it. And then I'll be passing this along when we're finished. But I really love times tails. For handwriting, we started this last school year. I love it. She loves it. And so we're going to continue on with this. This is the Good and the Beautiful's handwriting curriculum. I have level 3 and level 4. She really was kind of between level 3 and 4 when we started it. So I went ahead and just started her at level 3 just to make sure that her manuscript was where it should be. And then she'll be starting cursive towards the end of the book. But what I really love about their curriculum is it's, first of all, it mixes in poetry and things like this, like how to make a word plural. Little grammar rules like this that are in the handwriting practice that are also grammar rule practice. So I love that. There's also little pictures that they're supposed to draw at the end of each lesson. So my daughter really loves that because she loves coloring and drawing. So just practicing all different types of words and poems and days of the week and months of the year. And then here we start a little bit more of the cursive. And then as you get towards the end of the book, it's more and more cursive. And then once we start level 4, there's a lot more cursive in level 4 with a little bit of manuscript practice as well. But Bible verses, just all different types of things. Look at this cute little bunny you get to draw. So I love the Good and the Beautiful. We use their language arts curriculum for my oldest daughter who's in high school, and I love it. I had this book already, and the letters kind of match up with the Good and the Beautiful style of cursive letter. I think there was a couple that weren't exactly the same. But I kept it just because I thought it would be a good thing for her to have just for extra practice if she wanted it, because I did like how they have this information, this like nonfiction information with handwriting practice. So I thought it's not going to hurt to just have that for extra practice. So I kept that, even though we are primarily going to be using the Good and the Beautiful. And then for her Bible curriculum, I'm sorry about the glare. For her Bible curriculum, my oldest daughter did this when she was younger and did it for quite a few years. This is the Draw to Learn Bible curriculum from Knotgrass. And again, like I said, my youngest daughter, well, both girls actually, are very artistic and they love to draw and color and be creative. So what I like about this curriculum is it is very gentle. It just has a daily Bible verse, and then there's some type of related coloring project or something you're supposed to draw based on whatever the Bible verse is. And they have several of these. They have like Draw to Learn the Life of Jesus, Proverbs, Psalms, so quite a few of these. So I will have this link down for you in the description box. For spelling, again, I'm sorry about the glare. We are continuing on with Evan Moore Building Spelling Skills. This is still grade 3, but it's okay. We're just working at this at her pace, 1 chapter a week. I talked about this before in my How I Teach Spelling video, but so like week 4, they have their list of words. They copy and spell. They have an activity for each day of the week. All different activities. They're not just the same ones over and over. And then they have a test on Friday. So I really love this workbook. And this more traditional memorization-based type of spelling has really worked the best for her. So we're going to continue on with that. And then for vocabulary, I'm changing up what we were doing last year and also what we had done with my older daughter at this point when she was in 4th grade. We used a different curriculum. I'm trying something different. This is the Evan Moore Word a Day curriculum. It's a PDF. I didn't print it all out yet. I printed out the first 11 weeks just in case I don't like it or it doesn't work for her. I can go back to what we were using. But I wanted to give this a shot instead of what we were using because I feel like it may be a better fit for her. So week 1, you have a word each day. So compete, treacherous, and it shows you all the different meaning and different things like that. So each day of the week you have a different word. And then you have a review, and so you got a review there, and then we will have a test. And I actually have these worksheets to go along with it. So she's gonna fill out one of these for each of her new words. So the word, what it means, a sentence, synonyms for that word, and a picture, to draw a picture that word makes her think of. So if the word was compete, she may have like 2 people playing a sport or something like that. I just want to try this out to see how it works. It may not work for her, and that's okay. If it doesn't, we will switch it up. But I just thought it looked really neat and better than what we were using. So we will see how that works out. For English, we are continuing on with Bob Jones English. We are almost done with English 3. We have like 2 lessons left. So I just left that in her cabinet and brought out English 4. It's all ready to go. I am teaching her English. They do have a distance learning option where they watch a teacher online and then do their work, but I am doing English with her still. So I love, 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 love Bob Jones English. English 3 has been a huge hit, huge success, and so we're going to continue on with that next year. They do alternate a lesson, so you'll have a lesson of grammar and then a lesson of writing. And it's like that the entire book. A lesson of grammar, a lesson in writing, a lesson in grammar, a lesson in writing, all the way through. So that way you're not having to have a separate grammar and writing curriculum. It's all in here. There's also a disc in the back which has supplements, so if I need extra practice worksheets for her, quizzes and things like that. There's also a test book I didn't bring in here. We do have the test book so that I can test her, even though I don't keep grades for her at this point. Oh yeah, here it is. So test book, the test answer key, and then this is her workbook. So there is no student book like a textbook. They just have their workbook and you do the lessons with them from your teacher's manual. So this is all of like her worksheets that she's going to be doing with each lesson. And then like I said, with the instruction manual, there is a CD in the back that I can print out lots of different practice. If she needs more practice, I can print out quizzes if I want to quiz her. So that is in the back of your teacher's manual. So again, same thing with the science. I love Bob Jones so far. I'm like totally into the Bob Jones curriculum, and we're loving this and excited to have English 4. For reading, since she does read so well, we've completed all 4 levels of All About Reading. We finished level 4 last school year, and I talked about that before in a video about how much we love it. She reads very well, so really at this point it's mostly just kind of remembering what she's learned with sounds and things like that, and working on comprehension and fluency. So we're going to be adding a lot more independent reading. This is the only one that I've picked out so far. Charlotte's Web, I bought the book, and then I also purchased this book study from Confessions of a Homeschooler, so she can have like, there's little activities and lap booking things that she can do along with the book. There's questions and things. So we're gonna try this one out. I did purchase another one. I don't remember which one it is, but I wanted to just print out this one first and kind of see how it went. So I do have that for her, and then I'll be assigning other things for her to read as time goes on. Plus she'll be able to pick out things that she likes. We're continuing on with the Spectrum word study and phonics. This is really what is kind of keeping all of those things that she learned in All About Reading fresh in her mind. It is grade 3. When she finishes this, we will go ahead and get grade 4. But it basically talks about different vowel sounds and blends and phonograms and digraphs and base words and all different things like that that really is just, like I said, reinforcing what she already has learned and kind of keeping those skills sharp. And then reading skills, I love these. We've already gone through grade 1, 2, 3, and then this is 4 and 5. Basically, this is we're working on comprehension. So she reads a little story. Most of the time, I think they're always nonfiction, and then she has questions that she has to answer to see what she remembered from the reading. So I have 4 and 5 for that. And this is also working on comprehension. I actually found this at Ollie's last year. There is a CD in the back, but basically they just read the story. There's all different types of stories in here. And then they have different questions and activities to really work on comparing and contrasting characters and setting and comprehension. So I just thought that'd be something fun to do with her that she would enjoy. So that's pretty much what we're doing for reading. So these workbooks, and then, you know, some reading like chapter books and things like that. And these two things I don't have the actual covers for. These came out of her daily learning notebook. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to make an actual daily learning notebook for 4th grade yet. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that. But these actually are something that I still want her to do, whether it's in a notebook or not. This is the analogies for critical thinking. I think these are really important because they get kids thinking in all different ways, comparing how things are like or how things are different. So I love these. And then also the critical thinking, these mind benders. This is mind benders level 4, and these are logic based puzzles. And let me tell you, some of these are really hard. You have to like sit there and think, even as an adult, like, what are we talking about? What are we comparing? And kind of process of elimination, like marking out certain people and figuring out the answer to the puzzle. So they're really fun, but some of them are really challenging, but I think it's a good thing to teach because logic is not something that I think people are always born with. You really have to try to learn and teach yourself to think in different ways and solve problems in different ways, and I think these are good for that. So I have that. We're also going to be doing a geography curriculum with her that I kind of pieced together myself. We've done other United States geography curriculum before with her and her older sister, but this is kind of something, like I said, I pieced together. So this is actually a curriculum that I purchased from JDA. She's a YouTuber. She also has an Etsy shop. So these little maps are part of her curriculum. These I found for free online, each one of these for every state. So basically what JDA does is she has the country divided up into sections. So you have the Northeast, the South, the Midwest, and the West. And so then I put these state sheets in order of how we're going to be doing them. So Maine, New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, all that way. So I have them all in order and by section. So basically there are puzzles for each section. There's a state worksheet for each state in that section. And you've got all these different sections, and then in the back you have learning by state, and there's a little coloring thing that you can use. So color California green. I'm going to link the video for you guys because I'm not explaining this very well, but JD has a video all about kind of how it works out, so I'll have that linked. But this is basically her curriculum. Then you have learning by capital, learning by abbreviation, and then we have some blank test maps in the back that I just printed off the internet. And then I also have a Me on the Map activity. I don't remember where it came from, but I mean, it may have been Teachers Pay Teachers. Here's all the puzzle pieces, and then this came from Oriental Trading Company. It's like a little thing you put together so it shows the child kind of in the grand scheme of things where they belong. So my country, my state, my city, my street, my neighborhood. So I have that in the back. So that is the main part of our curriculum for geography. I also found these at Dollar Tree, so just coloring by the state. I have this that I got from Target, which has just a little fact about each state, a little activity, a little tracing thing for tracing the states. I got that. And then to have some books to go along with it, I have this that came from Target. It's the 50 Great States, just a little bit of information about each state. Same thing with this. I tend to buy a lot of the same things, not realizing that I already have something like that. So they may or may not have all the same exact information, but that's okay. And then this one I really liked. It came from Amazon. Don't know much about the 50 states. And just when I was looking online, like I learned something on the first page. So I was like, okay, I got to get this book. So again, even if some of the information is repetitive, that's okay. It was pretty affordable, and I think it's a good reference to have. And then I have these state and capital flashcards because I've seen my older daughter use the geography flashcard based memorization system with The Good and the Beautiful and how much she has retained about locations of countries and states. And so I thought it may be a good idea to try to do something like that with my youngest daughter. I can't get this open one-handed. There we go. But I had states flashcards, but I didn't like them because they were really hard to see where the state was. But I thought this would be a better way for her to study. Obviously, when we're doing it by a section of the country in the curriculum, I will match up those flashcards and have her kind of study where they are on the card. So that is her geography curriculum. There's also a little bit of geography rolled into her history, but it's not going to be anything that conflicts or anything. This is the BJU Press Homeschool Heritage Studies 3. This is their history curriculum. It is grade 3. I just wanted to make sure we didn't have any gaps. If I didn't want to start her on grade 4. I also didn't want to overwhelm her. So if you are using one of the BJU Press homeschool curriculum levels and it's less than level 4, it's going to be a half-year course unless you just stretch it out a lot. So this is designed to be a 1-semester course. That is okay. And we also opted for the distance learning option for her for history, which means she's going to be logging on and watching a teacher teach the lesson instead of me, and then this teacher will assign whatever reading she's supposed to do in her book. She will assign her whatever she's supposed to be doing in her activity manual. So basically the same thing I'm doing with history, with English and science. The teacher on the lesson is going to tell her what to do in her workbook. There's also different handouts that they will tell them to do. There are tests. I have the test answer key. And then this is the video lesson guide. So this is all new to me, but I'm really excited. The workbook and the textbook look really fun and colorful and perfect for a 3rd or 4th grader. So just like I said with the science, it doesn't seem like it's overwhelming an amount of information, but it seems like it hits all the high points and the important things. And that's, I think, especially important in the younger years when you are focusing so much on reading and math. You don't want to overwhelm them with history and science and things like that. So, and that's another reason why I went ahead and got grade 3 instead of grade 4, just to kind of dip our toe in the water, kind of see where she's at with history and then go from there. So really excited about that. That is everything that my daughter is going to be doing for 4th grade, like I said, except for any special things that we do, any special books that I assign her or anything. And then also she'll be doing Awana at our church once the fall starts. So she's always memorizing that Bible verse, and I usually have her practice her handwriting with whatever her verse is for the week. So that's extra handwriting practice for her and part of her Bible curriculum. But this is everything else. I will have everything linked for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you homeschool, which you probably do if you're watching this, let me know when you start like getting all of your curriculum. Do you shop all year long? Do you wait until the summer to make your decisions and purchase things? I'm just curious to know like how soon and how quickly you guys like to get your curriculum picked out and purchased. So let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure if you did, you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and check out my homeschooling playlist. It's also linked for you in the description box. Every homeschooling video and previous curriculum video I've ever done is in that playlist. So definitely check it out for more homeschooling videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.